Hey everybody, the purpose of this video is to give you a really quick overview of Google Slides and give you some quick examples of how you can use that both professionally and with your students in Colonial School District. So just like Google Docs, Google Slides is a collaborative presentation tool. And we're actually using it today. I'm using it today as the background for this video. It's a slideshow that I'm talking over. So just like in Google Docs, all of your items are already saved to your Google Drive. They can be collaboratively edited and shared. Google Slides is by far my favorite Google tool. It's extremely dynamic. You can do so much. I really enjoy the creativity aspect that you get when you're designing in Google Slides. I think that's one of my favorite things is how creative you can be. So you can use Google Slides for your own personal presentations. Here's a couple examples. You could create like a Bitmoji classroom like we have in our digital hub, which we'll get into a little later in this module. You can create board games. You can create your week at a glance and maybe have this up for like morning work or your morning message. You could use a template like this. You could do a digital notebook with this. There are tons and tons and tons of templates available on Slidesmania. So this website is a goldmine. It's called slidesmania.com. And it has amazing presentation templates. So here's like a back to school one. I'm just going to click this. You can look at it. I don't want the ad. I'm going to close that. And you can say whether you want the Google Slides version of this or PowerPoint, but you're going to want to use the Google Slides. So you can preview it, you can take a look at it, and then when you want to use it, you just say open in Google Slides. And if you like it, you just select use this template and then it'll automatically make a copy and you can start editing it. But Slidesmania is a huge help when you are looking for some presentation templates that maybe you're going to use professionally with your students, as well as professionally presenting to your students, or if you want them to actually interact with them as well. So just like Google Docs was easy, same thing with Schoology. So let's use that airport analogy for Schoology and Google Slides. Your students would access it. They'd go to the airport, which is Schoology. Then they would access Google Slides by clicking an assignment for Google Slides in their Schoology course. So the Schoology is your airport. It takes you on a flight to use one of these other tools that are integrated with it. It automatically saves, it automatically makes a copy and organizes in your Google Drive, and you can see what your students are doing in real time. So let's take a look at an example of how to use Google Slides in the classroom. Let's say you wanted to have the students design either their own virtual locker or a cubby space using Google Slides. They can put items in there to represent themselves. So you don't want everybody editing the same document. How do you get a copy into each student's hands? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your course and you're going to create an assignment. And in there, you are going to be able to create an assignment using the Google Drive integration, and it will, for you, set up assignment, in progress, and submissions. For your students, it's going to say assignment and my document. Once they click my document, you're going to be able to see them working in the in progress tab. Once they're done and they hit submit, you'll be able to see anything that is submitted. So I am going to include on this page down below directions in the form of two videos. The teacher's perspective for how to set up an assignment using Google Slides. Keep in mind it's the same for Google Docs, it's the same for Google Sheets, it's the same for Google Drawing. Any of the Google things, it's going to be exactly the same way. And then I'm also going to include a video with directions for what it looks like from the student's perspective. So what does it look like if they're a student and they're using Google Slides or Google Docs on one of these assignments that you've created in Schoology? So this will help you understand what the students see and be able to troubleshoot any questions that might come up. But those are going to be included down below. This is a real quick overview of how you can use Google Slides with your students. Hope you found it useful.